Hey guys, what's up? Hidden Angel Lionheart here, Jaylee Myers. And coming to you live from my bedroom that kinda got updated-ish. And I'll have to give you guys a grand tour of my home on one of these days when I have another day off, which would be Thursday this week. So tomorrow-ish, since it's in technicality it's Wednesday, since it's like 2:30 in the morning. So where have I been here lately? I have been at 4-H stuff here last week, another few weeks ago. I ended up going to my county camp, and as you guys saw in the video, or if you guys saw the Alpha2 Family video, I ended up becoming chief of my tribe for a week for Seneca, and I got to be in charge of about 20 kids from the ages of 8 to 15. It was stressful, but loved it. I miss the kids. I miss everybody there. I miss all my friends. I miss even the adults, the counselors there. And then, on an ironic note, I ended up having to go to the hospital on the third day of camp because of my kidney stuff. Me being in relapse, my legs were swelled up to the point where I couldn't hardly walk, sit, or stand with just how bad it was swelled up. I had to be taken out in an e-car the next day. Everybody was worried about me and saw that I was taken to the hospital, and then within a few short hours I was back at camp, only to be welcomed back by the chief and SAG of the Delaware tribe, which was kind of cool. And then my tribe ended up seeing that I got back, and they welcomed me back and saw I was well and better. And oh, how I got this on my wrist, I'll explain later. So without further ado, they ended up winning the Spirit Stick for a day when I was gone, which I was very proud of them. And then we ended up getting told what our duties for that day for Tribal Circle that night was song and yell and a music video, I think it was. And I asked them if they had gotten it done. They already told me they got it done. And I was so proud of them. Then my one SAG, EJ, ended up saying that they all did it for me because they knew that I was stressing out that week at camp. No one was getting stuff done, and we had to get everything done at the very last minute. So, props to them. And I was very, very, very proud of them. And then later that day, before we even went to Council Circle, I ended up telling them how proud of them I was, and like how I saw them more as a family than a tribe, and I was stressed out and just I even was very blunt, and I told them I expected them to really not have anything done and this to be done at the last minute again. But then I saw a change in them that day and how much they impressed me and just made me very proud to be their chief and glad I was their chief for a week. And I wouldn't have wanted anybody else as my tribal members, and I wouldn't have picked any other tribe. And let's just say EJ pretty much raised the hand up like he was about to do the rock thing, and said they pretty much had everybody in the tribe charge me for a group hug because what I said was very inspirational to them, and I said more stuff I can't remember, but it was heartwarming and touching. So I miss them. I miss all those guys, and it's hard to believe I have to wait another full year to be back there. Next year's gonna be my last year, and I'll be aging out, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be really sad about that, and even my girlfriend Jasmine's gonna be sad about that. And she doesn't even want to be reminded I'm going to be aging out next year because she's going to feel so awkward, and I'm going to feel very awkward also. So anyway, other than that, she's going to be 18, I'll be 21, so we'll both be pretty much legal together. If that, okay, that was kind of a bad joke. Anyway, after that, a week after or two, I ended up going to my Alpha2 camp, which I just came back from here a few days ago, and I bawled like a baby so much. I cried so much more at camp that year than I ever had in a while because I ended up aging out with my 21-year-old grow group that I was with for 6 years. And I ended up telling them all the stuff that happened with me, what I had been going through with Doug dying, and Okay, no one heard that. Okay, medicine. I blame medicine. Anyway, trying to be serious now. The stuff that happened with Doug and the stuff that happened between me and my psycho ex, and just other stuff that has been happening here lately, last few months to last year up to now, had been very rough with me, and I ended up breaking down a whole lot and crying a whole lot. It was a mess. I was a mess, but in the end, I pulled through, and we all made a pact that they all made a pact, and I made them make a promise to come back to camp next year. I will hold a grudge against them, because if they don't come back as staff members, I am going to hunt them down. I will drag their butts to camp, literally. So there's that, and they made a promise to come and see me also, because I kind of made them promise to come see me. And I know my one buddy Zen, you guys saw the video of him singing. He is actually on iTunes as Zen Clements and Google Play Store. So if you guys look up his name, he's on there. He's a really good singer. Gotta check him out sometime. So anyway, he made a promise to come see me, and I held him to it. And one of the people that was in my grow group actually is like 5-10 minutes away from me, since she goes to the one college that's around here that I'm close to. So yeah, that happened. Oh, and I broke my wrist, as you can see, while playing volleyball. And no, I did not break my wrist while playing with the ball. I hit the ball up in the air, and I twisted my wrist, and I fell down on it to where it meets the palm of it. And I ended up breaking my wrist, and boy, did I felt the pain. I was winded. I managed to walk off the volleyball court, and the sand that I landed on was very hard. As to why, I don't know. If it was softer, my wrist would probably not be broken. It's broken, not dislocated. Thank God. Yeah, so I'm yet to get that casted. As to, oh, and on a funny note, the day at my county camp, I went to the hospital. I was wearing Star Wars pajama pants, Kylo Ren pants, and at Alpha 2, I went to the doctors wearing Star Wars Stormtrooper pants with a Star Wars hoodie on Wednesday. Each of these accidents, I went to the hospital on Wednesday wearing the same type of pants, but different themes on it. Stormtrooper, Kylo Ren, and the hoodie. That was just a bad joke on me. So, yeah, Star Wars jinxed me for that week. As to why, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I had been busy with, and that's part of my life story. And I ended up singing at the talent show. Everybody loved it. I really shocked them, and I stole the spotlight when I did the growl into the scream. So I was really proud of myself, because I was struggling that day to hit the note, and for some reason I couldn't hit it. And then at the talent show, I finally did it. And as to how, I actually did it perfect, but then I ended up having one of my buddies saying I needed to work on the diaphragm of how to sing like Dave Draymond. And it just, I guess in a way it did kind of make me mad, but I mean, I'm still practicing my stuff, and yet I'm still to learn how to sing like certain people. And it's a struggle. Singing is a struggle, and I really wish I could get some musical hookup or connected with some kind of record deal people, or go into some studio, get contact with them. But the thing is, I don't know anybody with those type of music hookups. And boy, would I love to have a hookup right now for my singing stuff, because that is something I really would want to do as a career. And stuff on YouTube, like my gaming and my music stuff. And while I was at camp, my one friend, Jacob McDonald, really talented guitar player. If anybody ever sees him or hears of the name, I know him personally. Same with Zen Clements. And Jocelyn Stout. Anyway, they recommended that I should do Twitch, since everybody's going over to Twitch, because I guess YouTube's doing all those commercial ads. Even I've been seeing, and people don't want to see the ads. They just want to go straight to the videos. So, which I can understand, but I don't know. But I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I want to go to Twitch yet, honestly. So it's a debatable podcast. But anyway, that's what's happened. I wanted to talk about more about my life stuff, and shout out to my friend Snow Soul on server 91 of the game I play, Wartune. She and I, or she is younger, she's like 13 or whatever, and she's from Australia, which is cool, which is like right beside New Zealand. Shout out to all my New Zealand people and Australia friends from Wizard 101 and so forth. And Wartune, of course. So, this was a topic that kind of like got popped up, and it just made me think, and I should like make a video about this topic because that was a big major part in my life and how it's affected me a lot. So one of the main things was she has been homeschooled for like 7 years of her life. Then I told her, try all your life. And like she had made a point to how lonely she is, and she's just not allowed to be on Wartune, Line, Facebook, etc., because she doesn't like following rules. So, yeah. So anyway, there's that, and she made it to a point, like I said, she doesn't listen to the rules very well, which is understandable, and what she said just made me think and kind of made me really relate to her about being homeschooled. She just pretty much made a point to how lonely she is, and she wants to pretty much have that social media, to have that social connection, because when you're homeschooled, and this is me speaking on a personal level because of how it affected me growing up, being homeschooled, I was that very weird kid that everybody called the freak. Whenever I would do my sports, I would get called the freak. I'd be called a creep. I'd be called the weirdo, a boy girl, because I had really long hair and I was really bad relapse to the point where I was bloated really bad like a hot air balloon, and my face and my hair made me look like a girl. So everybody made fun of me because I looked like a girl because I was in my kidney stuff, and they made fun of me because of my kidney disease, and like how it just made me feel worse about myself. And when she said she's been lonely, it just, I understand to a point, because when I was younger growing up, and even, I'll be blunt with this, me and my mom have been arguing a lot here lately because she doesn't understand why I'm so hooked to my phone, why I'm always on my phone whenever we're together. We don't ever talk hardly. I'm always on the phone talking with people that's from faraway places that I don't even know. And just, she makes it to the point those strangers are never going to help you with anything in life and so forth. And it's just, she doesn't understand. No one can understand this because you had, being homeschooled, you are lonely. You just feel like you're the freak of freaks because you act differently and weirdly than what you should as a kid. And when, like I said, I was treated very differently and looked down on, like I didn't matter or I didn't apply because of how I would act. It's just, being homeschooled, I never knew how to act with kids my own age because I was always around adults or I was always in the video game. So it was just, life just really sucks. And being homeschooled, I mean, I liked it, but I hated it at the same point because I never got that social life experience. And the only social life I really had was the stuff on my computer with Wizard 101 and Wartune on the computer and Wartune on my phone, and ironically Facebook, Snapchat, and Line, and YouTube, and Twitter to an extent. And it's just, and anyways, I'm going to explain why I'm saying all this. Me and my mom have been arguing a lot here lately because of my phone. It's just me being homeschooled and her being homeschooled. You're lonely, and you just don't. You feel like nobody understands you, and you just feel that sorrow and that depression. And I do have depression. I don't know what level of it I have, honestly, because I've never been tested for it. Go frickin' figure. I have depression. I am slightly bipolar when it comes to being really happy and somebody says something that triggers my PTSD because of all the effed up stuff I dealt with my brother and my brothers, my sister, my dad, and his psycho female dog of a whorish wife. You look at life really, really differently, and you grow up faster than what you should. I never really got to have that childhood where I was pretty much that happy kid all the time. To an extent, I was happy. Then a part of me just really hated my own life. And even when I was really younger, like 8, 9, 10 years old, I really would have thoughts of like suicide and stuff, like thinking nobody likes me, nobody understands me, nobody appreciates me, and even still, I feel like I'm not even appreciated. Everything I do or try to do, no one appreciates it. I'm not respected. I'm disrespected like 90% of the time anymore. And it just really sucks because nobody understands that pain. No one understands the depression I feel. No one understands the bipolar attitude I feel, and nobody understands the PTSD I have because of all the crap I have dealt with all my freaking life. And it's getting to the point where even I do have those suicidal thoughts still, and most of the time I wish I wasn't even freaking alive, or feel like nobody's gonna miss me or nobody's gonna want me anymore. And when we fight over the frickin' phone, she doesn't understand. I have a girlfriend, yes. I have friends that do care, yes. But it's different because it's not even a want, it's a need. I need to have that outer world connection. I need to have people to talk to. I need to have that. I have that yearn to want to talk to people and want to feel accepted by so many people, and just find the people that like you for you and being yourself, being Mr. Goofball, the class clown pretty much. And on those sites, people like me, people respect me, people appreciate me. They appreciate how much they appreciate me talking to them and helping them with their problems and stuff. They appreciate when I play the game with them, and they appreciate how I help them so much. Because on Wartune and Wizard 101, I am pretty much strong to the point where I can help pretty much everybody and solo certain stuff, and they appreciate that because they struggle with it. They need help with it, and they thank me for it, and they speak really highly of me, and they say how good of a person I am because of how much I talk to them, and how much they just realize I understand them, and I can understand them, and they can understand me because of all, like, how I'm treated and how they're treated. We're like cut from the same cloth. People, I need that online connection with people. I need that desire. I have that desire, and I have that need to want to be equaled with another person and treated like I am love or treated like I'm loved, treated like I'm cared for and appreciated, like I said. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's to the point where nobody understands anymore. 90% of the frickin' world doesn't even care, which is really sad considering there's like 6 or 8 point whatever billion people in the world, and not one person gives a crap about you. And it's sad. It's pathetic. People shouldn't do that to you. And all the crap I've dealt with, and people I thought were my friends, and people I considered that were my friends I considered like my family, they have screwed me so much. And people, and even some of my close friends I know around me locally, have screwed me over. And I still see them as a friend, and they want to talk down on me and say, oh, well, I'm better than you. Oh, well, this is why you're this way. Oh, well, you need to do this and change. I'm like, you need to shut the frick up before I really bust your eye. And I'm very fragile, and I keep telling people this. I am very fragile because of the medicine I'm on. It's giving me weak bone structure to the point where I could punch a brick wall and my fist would be broken easily if I put enough force into it. And it sucks because nobody can understand this. You have to physically and emotionally go through this to understand. And when me and my mom fight over this stuff, it kills me. It destroys me because I try to explain to her and tell her, and she doesn't want to listen. And even in reality, nobody wants to frickin' listen to me. They want to say what they think is right. They want to steer me on their path. When I want to do things on my own, and people get mad at me because I'm trying to make my own choice, my own decisions, what I think is right, and people want to play the parent card, or they want to play they're always right, and I should do what they say because they say it. Guess what? That's not how the world works. That is not how I work. I have a God-given free will, and I intend to use it how I want to use it. And I'm really to the point where I'm putting my foot down. I'm becoming pretty much a jackass to people. And when I say jackass, I'm referring to the mule, the donkey, not cussing. Because that is not a freaking bad word. Why people think it's a bad word, you are an asinine idiot. So, and you're just freaking ignorant because you don't choose to understand and follow what that word actually means. People actually put their head and looked in a freaking dictionary. They would see it's not a bad word. It actually is a word that has been used forever and for years, centuries, eons, etc., etc. It's just, and I'm losing my patience with people. And the other big reason why I was crying the one day at camp is because I'm leaving my family again. And 4-H is like a major life change for me. And I don't know where I'd be right now without that or God. And honestly, I feel like God had led me to that. Even though I went through a bunch of bullcrap with my first ex that got me into 4-H. And if it wasn't for her and God leading me to it, I would probably be a very messed up person still, because the people there have changed me. The people there make you feel so accepted and so loved and so cared for. It's just, those guys are my family, and half the people there I don't really know, and half the people there I do know, because I've took time to get to know them. I've took time to get to want to be friends with these people, because they're awesome. They're the same as me. People can understand you there, and people won't judge you and look down on you because of who and what you are. You're accepted for what you are and who you are and who you used to be. And it's just, I miss that place. And honestly, I wish 4-H was all the time, every week. They had camps every week instead of like once every frickin' year. It's just, they're the family I wish I had. I wish I had a family like them. Just people that appreciate you and accept you and love you for who you are and build you up and not build you down. And people are cruel anymore. It's just, I can't stand people anymore. I can't even stand looking at a person because of how much hate and disrespect I see in them, and how much just stupidity I see in that person, and ignorance. It's it's disgusting. And it tears me apart because people don't care anymore. They don't care. And I'm to the point where, as I said, I am starting to become a jackass. I do not care what you think. I do not care what you say anymore. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to be blunt with you, and I don't care if I am the jerk in saying all this to you. And I'm going to get my point across to you because I've had enough. I have been stepped on all my life. I have been put down. I have been mistreated, disrespected, humiliated, mocked. The list goes on. Even with my singing stuff, people like to make fun of me and make jokes because I say a certain thing from a song, or I sing a song, I sound bad with it, or I'm just goofing around. People just want to make fun of me. And I'm sick of it. I am so sick of it. And people want to be funny and think they're funny, making me look bad and put me down like I'm that tool people can just play and fool around with whenever they please and like and toy with me. It's just no more. No mas. No mas. No more. Spanish for no more. And being homeschooled, as I said, I was treated as the freak. Nobody really liked me, and nobody really acknowledged me because of how different I was and how I acted. And there was like maybe a couple people that really understood, and I'm still friends with them to this day, and they're still jerks once in a while, but they need me and I need them, and we respect each other still. And that one person mainly is Tyler. And Tyler and I, we're brothers. He really is like my little brother. We fight. We argue about the stupidest things, but yet we make up. And Tyler is really the only close friend I really had over the years. Yeah, we don't talk as much, but when we do talk. We get serious and we talk about our lives. We talk about our problems. And he's not had the best life either, and that's another reason why him and I can understand each other. Yes, we have differences, but we respect each other because of those differences. And he even made it to a point that he said, I intrigue him because of how I act and how I think about situations and people. And honestly, the first time I ever heard him say that, that really made my day. That made me so happy to hear him say that. And I am very sincere, and I am very emotional. And it's just, if there's a thing called BDD, bipolar depression disorder, I freaking have that. And I do have the suicide. And have I been treated for any of that? No. Do I want meds to make me feel better? No. Because I've gone all my life with mainly a medicine just to keep me in remission from out of my relapse stuff with my kidneys, so I'm not like swelled, bloated up, and pricked with thousands of needles, and like in a hospital on a deathbed, pretty much. And at times I really hate my life. It's like I said, 4-H is the place that I love. It changes you. It makes you a better person than what you were before. It's better than church, honestly. I wish I'd gotten in 4-H than some stupid church with people that were two-faced, mainly. A good bit of the time, nobody got in trouble. Nobody was told off, and nobody got encountered or confronted when they did me wrong. No one ever looked out for me when I was there, except for like one person, which is my good friend Josh Taylor. I've mentioned a lot to you guys. My one friend Josh. I love him. I love that dude to death. He is like the older brother I'd always wanted. Him and Zen are like the two older brothers I wish I always had. And my little brother's like Jonathan and Farren from New Zealand. And Tyler. It was literally like my 1 mile away neighbor. I love those guys. They're like my brothers. And I wish I had siblings like them. Because even they've changed my life. They're amazing people. And yes, we all screw up. We all mess up so much. And people want to play the victim card, and people want to blame you for their own mistakes. And it's just ignorant. And just for example, Jamie, my ex, ended up messaging me and complaining because I lied to her about her precious little lie, because I didn't want the middle of her drama, because she's a freaking drama whore I cannot stand, and I just don't like because of how much stuff she had put me through. And I ended up telling her, have fun getting high and drinking yourself to death, little Bobby, because it was what her aunt would call her, because she'd act just like her mother that wanted to do nothing but that stuff, and she's doing the same thing as her mother and doing stuff that was just completely asinine to hurt me, when I was sincere and honest with her about everything I'd ever felt and how I was feeling for her. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, none of that really matters. It's just, how emotionless can you be? How much of a monster can you be to not have those kind of feelings for people and not care? And I felt like I've been the monster all my life, but after I've got a dose of reality and seen people for what they are the monsters. I don't even come close to them. I'm just that freak. They are above what I am because of how ignorant and evil and black-hearted they are. And I'm that guy with a fragile heart. A fragile, white, broken, white heart with a little bit of black because of how much pain I felt. And you guys always see me happy and cheery in my videos because I'm that guy who loves to entertain people, and I mainly make these videos because I know you guys watch them, and I'm sure they intrigue you. And honestly, I don't care if I get money on these videos or not. I make these mainly because I enjoy making these videos for you, but when it comes to life videos like this, I take it very serious. I'm not doing this just for me or you. I'm doing this because I want you guys to know about me, to know about my life, and I'm not trying to make any drama whatsoever. I'm telling you guys because I want you guys to know about me, about my life, and so forth, of all the crap I've been through. And I'm not trying to seek attention at all, or gain people's approval, or respect, or anything. I am telling you all this because I want you all to know. I know this is probably like overly personal stuff I really shouldn't be putting on the frickin' internet, but as I said, I don't care anymore if people know about me or my life anymore. I just don't care anymore. I've literally gotten to the point I don't care anymore. If you know, you know, so be it. If you care, you care. If you don't care, well, goodbye. Good luck with your life. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. It's hard to find people that understand you for who you are and what you've been through. And that is so sad and disappointing. It really is. And it honestly peeves me off so much because people think they know everything and people want to play like they're perfect little this or that, or perfect little prince or princess, whatever. So anyway, the main gist of the point of this life number 3 video is homeschool really screwed me up, and it's just how much I pretty much hated my life growing up, and to a point I still do hate my life at some point, but I gotta see the black and white and the gray in some of this stuff, because there is good parts of my life and there are bad parts of my life. I gotta look at the good and overlook the bad. It's just, I'm a fighter. I don't give up easily, and I keep fighting. After all the crap I've been through, I still keep going, I still keep fighting to live each day. And today I kicked the bucket. I really hope people really appreciate me for who I was and what I am and what I used to be and who they knew me as. At camp they call me Jesus because of the long beard I'd always have and the long hair, or J Daddy Lee because that was the first ever rap nickname I got at Alpha2, the first year I ever joined and got with my grow group. Zen, Jocelyn, Cherish, Marion, Jesse, and another Jesse, and Trey, Mason, and a few other people I can't really remember the names to as of this point right now. And Jonathan. And they are my family. They were the first family that ever truly accepted me, and I love them to this day. I will forever love those guys because of how much they influenced me and how much they changed my life, and I love them so much. I love those guys, and I don't know what I'd do if I ever lost them. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully this message got sunk through to you guys, and hopefully it gets your attention. And something, I don't know how much time I got, but I'll just say this for now. Thank you, Zen, so much. And everybody in my grow group at Alpha2, thank you so much. You changed my life. You helped me so much. You helped me through so much stuff, and I can never repay you guys enough for it. And I love you guys so much, and I miss you all. And, yeah, I probably might get made fun of for putting all my emotions out there on here, but you know what? Screw the rules. I don't care. And there's very seldom many things I care about anymore, but the main thing I care about is my 4-H family, and my mother still, even though we fight, I still love her to death, and I don't know what I'd do without her. And even my best friends, Tyler, Josh, Zen, and everybody in my 4-H. And there's nobody really from my church except for Josh I can say I really cared for the most because of how much he influenced me, it helped me, it changed me too. And I love them to this day for it. So anyway, and my depression would really get bad to the point where I would even cut myself too. And I made a promise to my friend Jonathan from New Zealand I would never do it again when I told him and showed him the pictures of what I did to myself. He made me swear to him to never do it. And since then, last year, I have not done it. I've been clean from doing that. And I love him to death too. And I hope you're watching this, man, because this video goes out to you, my 4-H family, and Josh, and even Tyler. They've all changed my life and made me be who I am today. Because they've helped lifted me up and turned me into the person I'm meant to be, and turned me into this tough person who can make it through anything. So, don't know what I'll be doing another video next. I'm gonna end things off here. Thank you for watching. This is J. Lee Myers, aka Hidden Angel Lionheart, signing out to you guys. Be safe and take care, guys. And Jasmine, I love you too, babe.